I can't find the words to explain to you how good these pro gamers are.
He's actually stimming his units as he leaves the base. He's trying to get so many other players' face that there's not even time for the Baylings to finish.
Naniwa's got his army split up. He's got one attack on the right-hand side, another chasing down the army. Storm's come down!
These are the best of the best in esports history.
And Hux starting to blink forward as the Zealots are removed. The supply goes in Hux's favor.
So much energy. Where did that energy come from? Tanks desperately trying to target fire down Queens.
The Archon's moving forward. A lot is going down here, and only Colossus left over.
He's starting to get some feedbacks down. He's starting to advance forward. Another vortex.
There's the blink forward, trying to get underneath those Brood Lords. Oh, he sends the vortex.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Winter Season Showdowns, where every single day, well, pretty much every single day at 5 p.m. Eastern, we have a best of 5 in Heart of the Swarm to determine who gets a spot at the Winter Championship event in Dallas, Texas. My name is axeltoss. I am joined by axslav. How's it going?
It's going awesome. Today's a little bit of a interesting day, we
should
should
say.
It
is. It's Grubby Damaga. What do you mean interesting? What are you talking about?
So, unfortunately, Grubby Damaga...
They have no idea why you're laughing.
They have no idea why I'm laughing. So, the Grubby Damaga match was played. Damaga won, but unfortunately, he cannot make the Winter Championship. So, to fulfill that spot, we're not just going to hand it out to Grubby. We're going to have a fight to the death.
Yes, we're going to give everyone a sword.
That's
Step
right.
1, and then create a gladiatorial arena. And then we're going to see who comes out on top. You must be the last survivor to qualify.
That's right. Of course, the people invited to said arena will be the 6 European players who have
lost their matches.
Who lost their matches, exactly. So it's like a loser bracket for the European division.
Yep.
Nurture declined his spot. That's why there's 6 instead of 7. And our 6 contestants in our last chance qualifier bracket are going to be Socke, Titan,
Yep.
Snute,
Yes.
Feast,
Yes.
Grubby,
Yes.
and Mana.
Yes.
And there's
This
the
is
bracket.
gonna be fun, man. I'm
It
like
is.
really excited for this. I'm like actually happy this happened because this is gonna be a lot of fun today. I feel like.
It
so
is.
tell your friends. Like, I feel like a lot of people are watching these guys and like, oh no, he lost. I really wanted him to qualify. Oh no, Snute lost. I wanted him to qualify. Mana lost. But now they're all gonna have a second chance. So this is actually really cool. So unfortunately, yeah, Damaga won't be able to attend, even though he beat Grubby. But you know, I think this is a great solution to the problem. It's not like we're just going to give Grubby the spot. We're going to give everyone who lost a chance, at least in the European region. So
They're all best of ones.
yes, all best of ones. I'm trying to
Just,
think of
you
any
know,
other context we need to provide here. Are we missing anything? I
No,
feel like we're
let's,
missing
you know
something.
what? Why don't we just get right into our first game?
I want to do that. First up is going to be Socke versus Titan. Of course, Socke lost to Thorzane. And again, if you missed any of these matches, youtube.com/officialmlgsc2. Titan lost to Stefano. So these are two Protoss players who, you know, they had to go up against pretty formidable opponents in their qualifying matches. And this is their second chance. So let's see what happens here. Again, as you said, best of 1. This will be a PvP, and the map is going to be Daybreak. Of course, after this, we'll cover that next one, and then we'll proceed through the bracket. We're going to get through all of it today. All best of 1s. Right? It is all best of 1s.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
5 best of 1s.
So these
of course,
are very
there's
important.
6 players. Every best of 1 player will be knocked off that list until 6 becomes 1. So after this game, there'll be 5 left.
Yep.
Either Socke or Titan will be limited in this match, but they're going to have to duel it out to see which one is the one who's eliminated and which
Single
one
elimination.
goes forward.
Single elimination bracket. Very important games, each and every one of these. In the bottom left-hand location, we have the Red Protoss player who fell to Stefano in his Winter Season Showdown. But let's see if he can make it through the bracket and get that spot at the Winter Championship event. He is Titan. His opponent in the top right-hand location, the Blue Protoss player who fell to Thorzane in his Winter Season Showdown. But he is given a second chance here in this bracket. He is Socke. Something that's also pretty interesting and cool to note is these guys played their Winter Season Showdown matches a little bit ago, right? When they weren't necessarily investing a lot of time in a Heart of the Storm.
As experience.
Maybe. Right. So maybe we're going to see some really high-quality play here, you know, assuming that they had some more practice with Heart of the Swarm, right?
That's right. And you know one thing else that's interesting? If you love Protoss,
yes,
and you love PvP,
okay,
this is the day to watch because there's 6 players in this bracket. 5 of the 6 are Protoss.
Really?
Yes.
Name them all.
Socke.
Okay.
Titan.
Yes.
Grubby.
Okay.
Mana. Feast.
Yeah.
5 Protosses, of course. The last player there is Snute, the lone Zerg contestant here. And you know, you're just like, wait, why are there so many Protosses? Protoss OP. I have to remind you guys, these are the people who lost all their matches.
Yeah.
So
they're losing to Zergs and Terrans.
Yeah. So this is like the loser bracket round. Of course, Europe was a very Protoss heavy division. So it's natural there's a lot of Protoss in both the winners and losers, just because Europe's a very Protoss-heavy region as far as StarCraft 2 goes. Right. But anyways, into this game.
Yeah.
Both players PvP. We have Socke going with the much faster Mothership core, whereas Titan is adding a second gateway.
Titan adding in that second gateway, as you said, he's got both these players have Warp Gate underway. Actually, hold on. Okay, the Warp Gate's a little bit delayed there from Socke.
He prioritized that Mothership core.
Interesting.
You know what?
I guess he just wants Photon Overcharge, I guess? Maybe take a fast expansion, so...
I think it's probably going to be a Sentry. Or he's getting a Stalker out. Really interesting. It's going to be something that... Or wait, he's just going to go harass. He's saying, oh, he can use it as Scout. He's getting out. The reason why he wanted to get out so fast is because he wants to be able to get to his opponent's base before there's too many Stalkers out. And then what he can do is he can run in, see everything, and run out and not die. Of course, the Mothership core is slow, so there's substantial Stalkers out. They'll just take it out before it can escape. But you get it in early, you may even get a probe kill or 2, and then you can escape. I like it. And of course, he's getting a Sentry to defend at home because he's investing in this Mothership core. It's not going to be around for defense.
Let's see what he can spot here. No additional tech has been thrown down here from Titan, and Socke's going to try to get some damage done.
Oh, almost getting that probe, but really wanted to back out. You can see how quickly those Stalkers can catch up and focus on that Mothership core. So, you know, yeah, he maybe could have stayed there, got one more shot off, killed the probe, but then he would have been at like 2 life. And 2 life Mothership core is, of course, not as useful.
Might have a little skirmish here in the middle of the map. A Stalker from
Socke.
If
he can get that probe, that'll be nice.
They try to snipe that probe, but the Stalker does not want to lose his life. And Titan is going to follow him across the field. Titan try to do a little bit of aggression here. He's got 3 Stalkers, got that Mothership core, got that probe, and he's going to have 2 gates behind this. Warp Gate is about to finish, adding on a Robo as well.
Socke has got to keep his Mothership core alive. It's essential that he saves all that energy for Photon Overcharge if needed to keep his natural alive. The other thing we're going to see Socke do here is he's going to be Chrono Boost out in Immortal the instant that Robotox facility finishes because he needs the extra power to deal with the aggression that Titan's putting on him.
Time warp up there, but there is the Force Field from Socke.
Oh, look at that.
Take down that pylon at the top.
Yeah, I was thinking he wouldn't get any damage done, but no, he's taking down a pylon, and every pylon matters.
There's Photon Overcharge in a Force Field from Socke, and now I don't think Titan can stick around too much longer because that Photon Overcharge is very powerful indeed. Well, hang on. He might just try to Force Field the bot on the ramp here. But again, he's going to take damage from that Photon Overcharge, and the Mothership core goes down. No recall is available now.
And I don't see what else he can get done. I mean...
I know. I like this build
from it's a very strong build. I mean, he can keep trying to force field that ramp, but eventually he'll run out of force fields, and he's going to run out before the... Oh, warping into Zell a little bit too close to the Nexus.
Zell is not happy.
It is not a happy Zell. I mean, he literally has to warp in so many sentries to keep this up. Of course, to permanently force field a ramp, it takes about 6 sentries. In fact, if they all have 0 energy, it'd be slightly more. But in a real game situation, it's going to be about 6 sentries, and he can't keep warping in until he gets that count. He doesn't have the gas, or else he would have no tech behind it. So that is exactly why Titan decided to back up and say, you know what? I tried to get something done, wasn't able to quite do it. He's got the faster expansion, but it's okay. I know I saw the Mortals. I know he's going Robotech, so I don't need to worry about, you know, any type of air coming out of nowhere or DTs because I know exactly what's going on. And my expansion's not too far behind.
Socke, you know, making enough Immortals to help ensure that he stays comfortable, and then adding on that Observer. Start trying to scout his opponent. Also sending a Hallucinated Phoenix that did not spot the Warp Prism. That's heading to the top side of the map here from Titan. So Titan's going to try to circumvent, try to get around that Photon Overcharge by hitting in the main base, and Socke does not look prepared for this.
Oh, if he can spot the Stargate too, that'd be a nice win for Titan. He's getting in there. He's going to get a couple probes because at the very least, Socke is trying to respond, running to probes. But as long as Titan gets out of here, the damage will be done.
Yeah, he should. Yep, there he goes. The Warp Prism shouldn't die. Of course, Sentry going to try to tickle it a little, but no, the Warp Prism will get away. Behind this, Titan, again, taking the natural expansion. He's got 34 Harvesters to his opponent's 32. I think we're relatively even right now, and it looks like, ooh, socke going for a Stargate.
Titan back on the attack to drop again into main while he's trying to push into front. Can socke deflect both attacks? It looks like he's putting his army just about right, so we should be okay, but losing more and more probes into main.
Gosh, I think he saw that Stargate too from his opponent.
Oh, he's definitely spotted it now, and he just keeps killing probe after probe after probe.
Okay, well, the Warp Prism is going to die. It's kind of committing itself to this corner where it can't leave, and a Phoenix is on the way.
That is true. That is true. I mean, he had to run to the right because the Stalkers would have killed me if he ran to the left. He's going to try to get a little bit more damage done, but socke should be more than ready for a Warp Prism this time. Units already waiting behind a natural.
Even a Photon overcharge on the Nexus.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Warp Prism.
He's going to try to drop one Stalker. Not quite getting there. But look at Titan's response. He knows he's got a small economic advantage from all the probes he's killed.
Oh,
he says,
I love it.
You go one Stargate, I go two.
This makes me so happy.
And I'll produce you.
This makes me so happy. Okay, so, you know, socke should be able to scout this. Uh-oh, engagement in the middle of the map here. Titan, actually both players throwing down the force fields, but
Titan has a large army.
Force fields, and Zealots chopping away at that Immortal. Socke getting caught off guard a little bit here, and Titan, just like that, up 70 to 55 in supply. The double Stargate transition might not even be necessary, as his army is going to be pretty scary, and socke doesn't have a lot here to defend.
He does have enough energy for one more Photon overcharge. Titan, of course, doesn't know how many warp pins socke has. His army is powerful in some situations, but it can't be torn apart. We saw socke had the exact same composition. How quickly his army was torn apart there. Once the door was locked behind him, he couldn't retreat from Titan's superior force.
All right, that is not a fake Phoenix. Above socke's natural expansion, or above Titan's natural expansion. And
oh, he's gonna see. He sees a double Stargate.
That Phoenix is gonna die.
And now what does socke do? He's got to give up air control and decide, okay, do I go for a blink? Oh no, he's gonna try to keep making. He's gonna go double Stargate himself.
Add on
and try to
two more Stargates. I don't know if
you
he has
go
the
two
economy
Stargate. I'll go three.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he has the economy to do that.
He does. If you wanted to cut gateway production and not build Immortals or only build Zealots, you can do 3 Stargates on 2 bases. But
he's getting +1 on the weapons there.
He is. I feel like Titan's going to be ahead though as long as he keeps the Phoenix production up non-stop. Titan also knows socke has no third base. He's got a superior ground army. So what socke has to do is he has to find some way to equalize the situation, and he's deciding, okay, I'll do it with upgrades. Oh, and he's getting the fleet beacon.
Oh, for the range. Now,
yes.
I'm surprised Titan hasn't done that stuff. Like, where's his upgrades? Where's his fleet beacon? Right?
Well, there's a lot of, the fleet beacon range upgrade obviously dominates Phoenix versus Phoenix Mirror. But it's a big investment, and Titan figured he just has the pure Phoenix count, so he doesn't need it. Upgrades are also something where it's not obvious whether or not upgrades are worth it versus spending that gas on just that extra Phoenix.
Sure. Oh gosh, I'm scared for socke right now. Titan is going to charge into this natural expansion. He's got so many Zealots, Immortals, Phoenix overhead, and socke's upgrades haven't yet kicked in. The fleet beacon is not yet done. +1 air weapons is not yet done either. I don't see him holding this natural expansion. He's just going to throw down the GG, and there's your first victory there, of course. Titan able to take down socke. I think the definition of that game, or the big momentum shifter, was that engagement in the middle of the map there. It happened in a matter of seconds, but socke caught completely off guard Titan with some great force fields, a bigger army at that location, and he was able to get like a 20 supply lead based off of that battle alone. And PvP, that's pretty huge, no matter, even if one player is making some sort of huge tech transition as socke was trying to do there, it just wasn't enough. Titan just had too much.
It was. I mean, PvP, especially if you're both using like the Immortal Zealot Sentry opener, which is one of the strongest pound for pound, like ground versus ground compositions in PvP. It's very, very risky to move around there because you both have force fields and you both have no way to deal with said force fields. So if you come up to your opponent stronger, they're just going to slam the door behind you. You're going to be stuck in a room with a bigger army, and that's not what you want to have happen. Happened to socke. He lost the units. And Titan pulled it out from there.
Titan takes the first win in his last chance bracket, of course. He still has a little bit to go here. He has to play Grubby in the next round. Of course, before we get to Grubby Titan, we're going to jump on down to Snute versus Feast, the only Zerg in this bracket. The Liquid player will be going up against Feast. So, guys, stay tuned to the Winter Season Showdowns. Of course, you're watching the last chance qualifier for the Europeans. We got Feast versus Snute coming up.